Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm so glad you did. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers, but also thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. And we have a lot to talk about, so let's jump right in. Tomorrow, which I believe is the 18th of December already, we have Mercury, which is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, is going to trine Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. This is the second of three trines with these planets. The first time was back on the 8th of December, and of course we have that on tomorrow, Monday. But then we're going to revisit this energy again in right around the mid of January. And this is really good energy for goals and productivity, and it can be very optimistic energy, but most likely, because Mercury is retrograde, this is a topic that has started back on the 8th, or an idea that you had back on the 8th of December that you're kind of pivoting a little bit on. You're feeling something's a little different this time. Just know that we're gonna visit this energy one more time before this Mercury retrograde season is over. So just kind of process the energy, take it in, and see. Definitely note the changes between the 8th and now, and then see how the energy plays out moving forward as well. Then on Tuesday, we've got a big energy day on Tuesday, the 19th of December. Pluto is going to enter 29 degrees of Capricorn. And this big energy, because this is a closeout of a cycle that's been going on for quite some time. And the anaretic degree, 29 degrees of any sign is anaretic degree, but the pinch point or the intensity of the action becomes much more pronounced. So 29 degrees of Capricorn, we do know, when we've seen this element square the nodal axis or hit some of these other big planets, big players out there, we recognize that this has everything to do with power dynamics. It has everything to do with power structures. Pluto in Capricorn is all about doing away with, big business, big government, banking institutions, educational systems, anywhere where there's top-down authority. One person makes the call and everybody else just falls in line without any discussion up and down, none of that. So now that Pluto has stepped into 29 degrees of Capricorn, there's going to be one more brief retrograde transit in, I believe it's September of 2024, and then we're done with Capricorn. We are done with Capricorn. We will not see it again in our lifetime. So this is a huge closeout of whatever house Capricorn sits in your natal chart, and I would strongly suggest you find that out. Then on Thursday of this week, we've got another big energy day. That energy on Tuesday is going to carry us forward for a month. We've got a month before Pluto enters the sign of Aquarius, and like I said, as it moves from 29 degrees to 0 degrees of Aquarius, it's going to take some time, about a month, and that intensity is going to grow. Again, Thursday, let's talk about that next day. It is going to be happy birthday Capricorn and happy winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. Happy summer solstice if you are in the southern hemisphere. But let's talk about Capricorn energy. We talked a bit of it relative to Mercury, but Capricorn people, let's talk about Capricorn people. They are some of the most hard-working, goal-oriented, strong, patient people I've ever met. That sign is ruled by Saturn, so they do know restrictions, they do know boundaries, they do know hard work, they do know what it takes to get the job done. That's Capricorn. So with this winter solstice, it is really a changeover of energy. I feel it as that. And because it is the darkest day of the year before we start to get more sunlight coming in each and every day, building us up to the summer solstice. But before that even, we get to have our spring equinox. Right now, it's the time of hibernation. It's time to sit with things. It's time to discuss our goals and objectives quietly, internally. Have some peace, find a peaceful place, sit down, relax. It's been a busy a busy year. We've all endured so much. Let's take this renewal of winter solstice as a time of hibernation and peace for ourselves so that we can reemerge especially once we get all these planets going direct in the end of January. We are going to need that invigoration so we can sit peacefully with the winter solstice now, understanding that energy and then using it to our advantage moving forward, beginning the end of January, so that we're fully prepared when our spring equinox comes around. But there's more energy to discuss this day. I wish it was all sunshine and rainbows of the winter solstice. However, we do have Mercury, which is in the sign of Capricorn, retrograde, is going to sextile Saturn. I love this energy. It is, we are able to make sense of perhaps some of the pauses that have come about during this Mercury retrograde season. If you need to have a practical conversation of any kind to discuss boundaries or ownership or responsibilities, this is a good day for it. Just be careful, because we had that, we've got Pluto sitting at 29 degrees of Capricorn. Make sure it's copacetic. Make sure when we're having a conversation, we're speaking, but we're also listening, so that there's kind of a flow here. But with this energy, with Saturn, it is a very good flow of energy, a very positive flow of energy. So this is yet another really good day for planning. If you need to have discussions, get your team together to chat about goals and objectives, now's the day to do that too. Now, the most challenging energy of this day, we have Venus, which is in the sign of Scorpio, is going to oppose Uranus in the sign of Taurus. No romantic surprises, please. I know it's getting close to holiday time. Please, no romantic surprises. This is all about just relationship issues that come about because of sudden changes, and that would be the Uranus theme, but they're not going to be received in the manner in which you think they will. So, no romantic surprises. Buyer's remorse could kick in really quickly. You could make a really large purchase and then be like, oh my goodness, I didn't think about that. Unexpected expense comes popping in. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? I still have a few gifts I need to get. So let's be mindful of this energy that is going to play out on Thursday, because I think the energy is going to kind of shift over the course of the day. But that energy in the evening, Venus opposite Uranus, is one to be mindful of for sure. Then on Friday, the 22nd of December, we have the Sun in Capricorn is going to conjunct Mercury. This is also known as the Mercury cazimi, of course. It's also the halfway point of the Mercury retrograde Mercury retrograde cycle. Easy for me to say. So we made it halfway. That's fabulous. But it is a great day for planning. Yet another great day to get the team together and do some planning. Goal-oriented conversations are always good on this day. I really like this energy. It's very, very copacetic energy. Yeah, I just like it. I like it for planning especially. Then on Saturday, which is the 23rd, Mercury, which is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, is going to re-enter Sagittarius. So it was... Mercury was in the sign of Capricorn and it's going retrograde, and now boop, it's going to go right into Sagittarius. And talk about a mental shift of energy. Oh my goodness. We're going from very planned, practical Capricorn to worldly view, looking out for the little guy, opinionated Sagittarius. So very big energy swing on this day. As soon as Mercury re-enters Sag, we're going to know all about it. We're going to have a really good view of the big picture. Let's just, instead of focusing on all those details and everything, we're going to take a step back and very optimistic, have a really fun view as we zoom out from the detail. We kind of have a little whimsical side to us. The precision just it's not working for us anymore. Now we're ready to talk about optimism, that's for sure. Then on a week from today, the 24th, Christmas Eve, the Sun in Capricorn is going to sextile Saturn in Pisces. I like this day for energy, for creativity. I really like this because it is a sextile with Saturn. Again, really good Saturn energy this week for long-term goals and planning. I like it. Taking responsibility for things, getting your shopping done, being ready for things. If you're going to be off for work, being prepared for being off work. But that sextile to Saturn is very creative energy. It just feels really good. It's good for spiritual pursuits too. So let's say you wanted to get an appointment with your spiritual advisor to discuss next year's energies. That's a really good day to do it. It really is a great day for that. So, well, that's all I have for you this week. I decided to use the Journey Tarot this week by Cassie Uhl. And the card that jumped out, interesting card, is the Knight of Swords. Ooh, I like this card. She's got a sword in her hand, so that talks about the truth. And we've got that bolt of lightning, so I have a feeling this has to do with our Uranus theme. Uranus opposing Venus and some truths here because Saturn's all about truth, as is Capricorn. But let's see what the book has to say. Knight of Swords. You know what needs to be done and said to protect yourself and all you hold dear. It's time to take swift and decisive action. Well, that's all I have for you today. I like that card. That card kind of feels like it's got a little Saturn influence. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you know somebody that could be helped by this video, please do co-create with me and share the video with them. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified when a video is being dropped. If you have any comments or suggestions at all, post them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I will chat with you a week from today. I hope you have a fabulous week ahead. Namaste.